In this video, you will learn how to add a member account to a payroll group so that the account can receive incoming deposits. You can use the same procedure that we'll show you to modify existing base deposit and distribution records if needed. To begin, we'll launch tool number 995, Work with Member Payroll Detail. Here we'll enter the number of the payroll group to which we'd like to add the member account. Now we'll enter the number of the account into which our member would like payroll funds deposited. We'll click Enter to continue. On this screen, we'll enter the expected paycheck amount. If the member doesn't want any distributions, this is the only screen that needs to be filled out. In most cases, all you'll need to enter is the amount of the member's paycheck. This can be changed when the actual payroll comes in, so this is just a starting point. You may want to include an effective date for the first deposit in cases where the member isn't going to receive the first paycheck right away. These two fields were filled in automatically per the settings in the payroll group configuration. This information can be modified as needed. These change fields are helpful in cases where a member will soon receive a raise. If our member didn't want any distributions, all we would need to do now is click Enter to save the paycheck amount. But our member would like some of her paycheck deposited into other accounts, so we'll click Distribution Accounts to continue. This screen displays any payroll distributions currently set up for the member's base deposit account. We'll set up our member's first distribution, which is to her savings account. We'll click Enter to continue. This screen is almost identical to the initial payroll setup screen, on which we entered base deposit account information. As with the base deposit screen, we could use the effective date field if the distribution were not going to start right away. We could use the change field if the amount were going to change at some point. All we need to do in this case is enter the distribution amount. We'll click Enter to save this distribution. We're finished adding the member's first payroll distribution account. Now we'll need to add a second distribution account. Our member would like some of her paycheck funds to be distributed into her loan account. We'll click Enter to continue. Just as with our first distribution, we'll enter a distribution amount here. Since this member will receive weekly paychecks and her loan payment is due monthly, we will divide our member's loan payment by 4. The member's monthly loan payment is $400, so we'll enter $100 here. Please note that some types of loans, such as mortgages, don't allow multiple payments within the same month. For these types of loans, you may want to consider another payment method, such as an automatic funds transfer. Now that we've entered the distribution amount, we'll click Enter to continue. We've now successfully set up the first two distributions. Now we'll set up the last distribution for our member, who'd like to deposit some of her check into her husband's savings account. We'll click Enter to continue. We'll enter the distribution amount here. Now we'll click Enter. We're finished entering the 3 distributions our member requested. After distributions are made, all remaining paycheck funds will go into the account we initially specified, the base deposit account. To return to the Payroll Deduction Maintenance Update screen, we can click the Base Deposit Accounts button or the Backup button. Lastly, we'll click Enter to save the base deposit account information we entered earlier. This message indicates that we have successfully added this member's account to the payroll group.